You walk, slowly. A strange street. You've never been to this city before. You're sure of it. And yet, the atmosphere feels familiar somehow. A vague feeling drifts through. As if you've lived this exact moment, somewhere, before. You try to brush it off. Probably just my imagination. But your steps begin to slow. In front of you is a street corner. A peeling wall. An old bakery. A bicycle resting by the sidewalk. Everything looks like it just stepped out of a faded memory, dim, but vivid. The wind blows by, carrying the scent of baked goods, of the street. And in that fleeting second, you're certain of one thing. I have stood right here before. I've seen this exact scene. I've felt this exact feeling. But how could that be? You've never traveled here. No one brought you. There's no specific dream you can recall. So why does everything match so perfectly? Every sound, every ray of light, every scent. As if everything is repeating exactly. But from another life, a memory that doesn't belong to the present. You look around. No one else seems confused. Only you, standing amidst the flow of life, lost in a rewind from somewhere in the past. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a hallucination. This is déjà vu. A tiny, delicate doorway, between the reality you are living. And, a place you once existed in, for just a few fleeting seconds. And even though scientists have tried to explain this phenomenon, they still haven't been able to fully answer. Why do you know something you've never experienced? 1. Your brain is running a system check. The first theory may sound the most technical. But it's one of the most reasonable explanations. Déjà vu is your brain's hidden system test. Just like a computer or a piece of software that runs periodic diagnostics. Our brain also occasionally scans to make sure everything is functioning properly. At the moment you step into a new situation. If the sensory signals, memories, images, sounds, all happen to match a pattern already stored in the nervous system, the brain senses a match and instantly labels it. This has happened before. Some neuroscientists believe that déjà vu occurs when incoming information from the outside world reaches the brain slightly before the brain can process the full context. Creating the eerie feeling of knowing something before it unfolds. In this view, déjà vu is actually a sign that your brain is functioning exceptionally well. And yet ironically, when it runs too smoothly, you start to question reality. 2. An old dream, returning. Do you remember all your dreams? No. Most of them fade away within minutes of waking. So what happens if you once dreamed of a scene, a moment, that feels eerily similar to now, but completely forgot about it? Some psychologists and dream researchers believe déjà vu is a forgotten dream, being awakened. Maybe, weeks or even months ago. You dreamed of a street corner, a specific situation. But because the brain considered it non-essential, it buried that memory deep within. Then one day, in real life, you walk into that exact setting. A smell, the lighting, the color of the sky. Something strong enough triggers the dormant memory, and you suddenly feel, I've been here before, but I don't know when. It's not the present. It's a fragment of a dream memory being replayed, in the language of reality. 3. Parallel universes. Another you has lived this moment already. If you love stories of the fantastical, this is perhaps the most addictive theory of all. According to the multiverse theory, the universe isn't singular, but infinite. And in those billions of universes, exist countless versions of you, each making different choices, living different lives. And déjà vu may be the moment where universes intersect. A brief instant when two realities align. And you, for a flicker of time, feel the memory of another you, living a nearly identical life in a parallel world. That feeling doesn't come from your current memory. It comes from a version of you, living a slightly different life, experiencing the exact same thing. A soft touch between two realities. A signal across dimensions. We can't prove it. But the feeling is real enough to send shivers down your spine. 4. A timing glitch in the brain. Memory arrives before the moment. Another fascinating explanation, rooted in biology. Déjà vu may happen because information arrives at the wrong time. Normally, the brain processes information in order, receive, analyze, store. But in some cases, especially when you're tired, slightly stressed, or emotionally overstimulated, certain signals might reach the memory center, the hippocampus, before they reach the processing center. As a result, you remember something before you actually experience it. Then, when the event truly unfolds just a fraction of a second later, you feel, I've seen this before. Even though the delay is just milliseconds. Your brain files it as an old memory, leaving you strangely puzzled. 5. Intuition, sixth sense, a connection beyond time. This is where science and spirituality begin to intertwine. Many believe déjà vu is a sign of heightened intuition, or a moment of contact with a higher level of consciousness. In some Eastern philosophies, déjà vu is thought to be a memory from a past life, or an echo of energy that once existed in another time. When you walk through a place, meet someone, or experience a situation, and feel an inexplicable sense of familiarity, perhaps you're touching something your soul once lived through. Science may not be able to prove it, but the feeling it brings is sacred, mysterious, and deeply mesmerizing. If you've ever felt this, leave a comment and let Totoi Explains know. Who knows? You might not be the only one.